Rahaminov Diamonds has been existing for the last 3 generations. I'm very excited because I was able to sit down with the entire family now running the business. And what's interesting is that Amir, his husband, who started the company about 35 years ago, was able to make a natural switch from diamond dealers to jewelry. Now their 2 daughters, Nicole and Melanie, have joined the business in creating marketing and communication department, but also handling all the bespoke orders and quality control, which is, to this day, probably one of the best of the industry. So welcome to the 1916 Jewelry channel. I'm very excited to introduce you, and if we were to start again and you have to tell us who you are, what do you do? Amir, please give it a go.
So my name is Amir, and my wife and I own Rahaminov Diamonds in Los Angeles. We started the company about 30 or 35, 37, 38 years ago, I don't remember exactly, as a diamond company. And later on, my wife started to design jewelry. And since then, we took the company to a different level to do jewelry. What defined us from other brands is most of the designers in the industry are men.
True.
My wife is our designer in the company. She does an amazing jewelry. My girls are with me. They do amazing jewelry, and they are so talented. And my wife won many awards. She's very modest. She doesn't like to talk about it.
I come from the jewelry business. My dad was a diamond cutter. All his brothers were diamond cutters, then became diamond dealers, opened offices all over the world. So I grew up in the jewelry business. And you grew up around stones, so you knew this. Yes, you knew. And I just started making jewelry for myself.
But we won many awards, and I think we're doing jewelry at a very high level, and I'm very proud of what we built in the last 35 years.
And my daughter Nicole designs younger jewelry, type of jewelry. She loves yellow gold, and it has a different vibe, and she's wonderful.
I'm truly lucky to be working with my family. We are so close, and being together all day is like a dream, honestly. And we each have like very distinct roles within the company. I'm like head of production. I do a lot of the design with my mom. We work, together behind the scenes. And I manage all the production in the company for orders and design and stock pieces.
I leave that to my sister and to my mom. But I do love to be part of when they're debating between certain ideas, or they're toying with different concepts and trying things on and seeing, let's tweak it this way or tweak it that way. I'm more involved in the fine tuning and at the end process than the very beginning.
What's your favorite shape to work on? I like soft shapes. Pear shapes, ovals, Moval, cushion.
I'll pick 2. Definitely a Moval, which we are known for, and an emerald cut. I love emerald cut. I'm an emerald cut person.
Because emerald cuts is due to something that you grow towards emerald cuts later in your life because it's more classic or
more sophisticated. Yeah, I've always been drawn to emerald. I guess it was just very sophisticated.
And what about Holland gemstones? I love colors. It's wonderful, and I like different shapes, different colors. I think when you wear even all diamonds and you just throw in one piece of colored stone. What's your favorite colored gemstone? Green. Emerald and tourmaline. Okay, interesting. And I love cabochons.
On a day-to-day, all my jewelry is made by us. And I wear a lot of yellow gold, and I do a lot of layers and a lot of bangles, and it's all things that I've made.
So what would you recommend to a 30-year-old woman who wants to get a piece of diamond jewelry that is not outrageously obvious that she can wear in a daily use without having to worry too much about security or style or taking it off, forgetting to put it back on?
A lot of our yellow gold bezel pieces, I think, are really strong in that sense. And a lot of my friends also have those pieces because they showcase the diamond, but with the yellow gold, it makes it feel much more wearable, and you're not as worried, and it's not as flashy.
If you were to choose one stone and one piece of jewelry that came across recently that is something spectacular, what would that be?
I would have to say our Toi Moi ring with blue diamonds. Blue diamonds like your eyes.
What made you decide to make them into a ring and not beautiful therm earrings, for example?
Well, first of all, it's very rare to find two blue diamonds that are matching and two pear shapes. It's very difficult, yes, of this size. And this color, extremely rare. And we were debating between earrings and a ring, but having them together in one piece like that on a ring is spectacular.
And it's interesting how you topped it with pink diamonds as well.
Yes.
Because it's usually like, it's not the obvious color combination that you use in a piece.
The contrast is just, the pink and the blue together complement each other so well and create the perfect contrast to bring out the color of both.
So it could totally be something that a 30-year-old versus a 60-year-old woman could wear.
If the 30-year-old can afford it, why not?
If you were to choose one design that has become kind of the signature of Rahaminov.
So my wife designed many signature designs. I mean, she started many years ago with the ring. It's called the bubble ring. We designed it so many years ago. We sold so many. I think the strongest design she ever did is the flower collection.
Even this one, this is actually a newer version of the flowers because it's made with Movals,
Okay.
not with pear shapes. The typical flower has pear shapes. Let me see if I have one.
The one I have.
Like the one you have. This is actually with Movals. But it's the way the stones are, the arrangements of the stones, the elevation. There's movement, they're not just flat. Calibrate the merchandise, they're all the same color, all the same make. It's exquisite, I think.
So tell me the flower you're actually currently wearing.
So I'm carrying a Moval flower, which my wife designed for me.
I mean, effortless chic, right? It's beautiful.
It's not fussy. It's elegant and it's comfortable.
We have Mela is going to keep going. We've talked about the Moval.
Okay.
We have the signature she got Moval, so we're doing that. But I want, look at that. Look how nice is the pattern. I mean,
metal completely disappeared when you will look at the jewelry.
exactly. You don't see the metal, you see only the diamond. And you see the way she's designing it, not like flat. Everything is a curve.
As if it's moving.
Moving,
There's no flexibility
exactly.
into the stone.
And then we did the
Colored-
same thing.
colored diamonds.
Color diamond.
One for each finger.
One for each figure. And then look at that's a new bracelet which we sold it a few times already this show. That's a beautiful bracelet as well. Also Moval.
So define what Moval.
Well, it's an elongated oval, basically. So it's not a marquee. It's not an oval because the oval is more round. The Moval is elongated. So I find it seductive. I love the shape of it.
How do you, especially when it comes to design and collection, you've got an eye that is different from your daughter, which is different for your husband. How do you keep up with all the different clients that you have based on their desires and the style, which you have?
Well,
to
we have
match?
so many different types of clients, and so our inventory is really vast, and there's different collection.
And it's really exciting and also an interesting territory of how to market our jewelry, market our brand. While we are always focusing on showcasing our latest designs and sharing our creations with the world, we're also very careful on what we showcase to the industry because there's a lot out there, and we want to make sure that we remain special and different and unique. So our customers, when they come and they shop Rahaminov Diamonds, it's one-of-a-kind pieces that they haven't seen anywhere else. So the world is changing every single day, and being part of that is really exciting because they didn't have that before, and everything you post online gets circled so quickly.
So very sadly, we're selling much more jewelry than diamonds. The jewelry took over.
What's your take on this, and how do you want to keep developing and going further, jewelry and diamond-wise, throughout the companies?
First of all, I'm very honored that I'm one of the partners that they chose to work with. And I believe with John's vision and his team, I think they're going to have a very well success in the industry.
Where's jewelry being made?
Everything is made in Los Angeles. And a piece of jewelry will go back and forth from the jeweler to us 6-7 times before it passes QC. So it's essential to have it made next to use.
And when you look at, obviously, all the brands that do similar but not exactly what you do, what's your take on when you look at windows? Obviously, you're not monitoring what everybody in the industry is doing, but what's your general thought on how am I going to be different or more relevant or more sexy or more feminine, more affordable or better quality? It's a very hard thing considering how saturated the jewelry market is.
I kind of do my thing and try to always have new things because people copy us constantly, which is very, very annoying, even very good. But
They copy you, that it means a good thing.
I know, but when you make something special, you don't want to see it in the next, of course,
Booze.
and so you have to keep reinventing yourself and making new things.
And not many people work with cabochons, especially in color.
Especially because it has this old-fashioned look, but that you managed to master in such a modern and sexy way.
Yeah.
If you can say.
Definitely. I mean, when we use cabochons, we use them in a way that is very different, and our designs are very modern and they're very contemporary. So they feel elegant and modern with a twist. They're not just a traditional cabochon set into regular rings.
And but for example, look at that. How nice is that? Simple, clean, classy.
Bezel cut has become something extremely modern, and people have used it more and more to make more edgy engagement rings.
So my wife introduced that, I think 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
I think she was the pioneer of doing the bezel, and we're doing fantastic with it.
So 10 years from today, what do you want to see?
It's a good question. We're probably gonna keep working, but I don't know that I want to work for another 10. I don't know.
I see us continuing to grow and,
And out on the beach, and you.
no,
Maybe I'll be at the beach somewhere, and Mally will be relaxing, and the girls will be working.
but I hope to continue the brand and continue the company to grow with my sister.
Derica, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.